Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of HarlequinCasts, Dawn of War 2 Retribution. I don't know, I like to mix up the intro. There's with me today is Mr. Texaneous. Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
Not too bad, man. Yourself?
I'm in rather fine fettle, actually, feeling really jibber jabber.
There you go with them words again.
Oh yeah, I like to. If I could have like a Harlequin's vocab word of the day, I think I would do that. Fettle.
Okay. So fettle will be the word for
fettle,
the day. Fettle
meaning like a state of being. I'm in rather fine fettle.
Okay, fair enough.
There we have it. Yeah. So, what was the word? Oh, when we were doing the other interview, it was extemporaneous. That was the one that you were asking.
What was that again? Say it again.
Extemporaneous.
Extemporaneous, right. Another word that will never be used again.
It's good. No, to speak extemporaneously means to have a vague idea of what you want, but kind of wing it, much like we're doing now, actually.
Yeah, exactly. That was it definitely describes the way we cast together.
I'm already lost in beautiful conversation here, and I forgot to mention. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on today is this is a co-cast, as you clearly can now tell by the fact that we are constantly talking. And Texaneous, we figured we'd just sit down and cast a game. So this is just a fun little co-cast here, and this is an awesome game. So okay, let me look around the map right now. We're gonna keep it paused and jump over here to the right hand side. Today we have Lindonin actually. What the? Already I'm blinking here. I just assume the orc player.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe I'll explain that for the viewers here. So
yeah, okay. Tell us about this game. What's going on here?
Okay. So me and Lindo, we had a game, and sorry Lindo, but I smashed you, and he's talking trash like. Not talking too much trash, but he's saying orcs are fine, their AV is great, yada yada yada. I said, okay, let's play a custom, let's practice. He said, all right, let's do it. And so he's even playing Warboss, which is allegedly Mr. Mean Guy versus Eldar. And I said, okay, that's fine. And I'm playing Warlock, who a lot of people think is the weakest Eldar hero at the moment. So, I'm going, okay, the odds are stacked against me according to Lindonin. But really what I'm going to do is just show him exactly how bad Orc AV is against what I'm going to do. So
this is pretty cool. I actually, from a scientific point of view, I love the idea of like testing hypotheses by exchanging races and going against each other with known strategies. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, we're both skilled players, so that means we can handle our units accordingly. It's just the micro's a little different. Each race has its own unique set of micro. Like, it's just like scout micro. It's just the speed grenades are thrown or all that kind of stuff, So both of our reactions will be a little off because we're off race, but at the same time, I mean, there's not that much to do with Warboss. So
okay, so the general theme here is this is sort of your attempt at showing the world how to handle orc armor with orc anti-vehicle stuff, or sorry, with Eldar anti-vehicle stuff. Is that what you're saying?
Basically, it's me showing Lindo that he has no idea how hard it is to kill a vehicle with orc.
So you're trying to show him that it's difficult for orc to kill vehicles. Got it.
Yeah, and meanwhile, but we're both playing as hard as we can. It's not like, wait for me to get some vehicles out and then try to kill them. We're both playing to win. But I definitely had a theme in mind, and I wasn't straying from it. Like, I pop out,
nice. Okay. No, I see where you're going with that. Let's go ahead and get the game started then, since we are so eager for that. So ready, 3, 2, 1, click. And remember, that is the button with the little triangle pointing to the right-hand side. Okay, good.
I pressed the play button on time.
Just checking. All right.
Yeah, so, I mean, we see Little's going with classic, one high, one low, and I can't remember what I was doing exactly. I knew I needed some power.
You're charging all the way in through the middle.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the victory, because I'm thinking, like, you know what? The thing that annoys me most as Orc is when I have to retreat my early squads. So if I have my Warlock in the middle, I'm going to respond to wherever he pops out, and I'm going to be throwing that Destructor like nobody's business. And I end up getting myself into trouble early, but it's okay, man. Eldar can get themselves out of trouble real easy, so.
And you obviously went for the Banshees first as well.
Yeah, it's not even a question. I mean, the Banshees force him to use all of his globals on Ardboys and use your choppers like all the time. All you gotta do is force a little action, and they're great. They're great bodyguards too, because they're mainly skilled. They'll throw stuff on their butt a lot. Nice. So I got my Warlock up top, and I'm looking. I hit an early melee special here, so I'm thinking this is gonna turn out great. I land the Destructor, everything's fine and dandy, and then the stupid kill. Those sync kills are beautiful, but man, can they ever screw you? So that pretty much committed me to this battle. I thought I was gonna get one more. I get 3 Sluggers dead. Come on, pop it. But too late. So the whole time I was waiting to pop a melee
get that
special.
One last sync kill going on.
So,
the one last special going out there as well.
Yeah. And just those things just screw you over. So I lose my Warlock early. I'm like, okay, I definitely need to distract him from capping. So I'm gonna send the Banshees at his power to sort of hit the timing. And I knew with a dead hero, usually people will pop down power right away because they know I'm spending all that rec on getting a
And
hero.
look at
So I'm
that!
like,
Right
"Hey."
as you're saying that, boom, there goes all the power. Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean that tends to be the reaction that a lot of players have.
This is what Braden Chan and I were talking about on Dev Chat too. Actually, he was mentioning the fact that on this map, and I actually use this a lot on newbie games too. It's one great just general plan to have on this map is build the units you want and then attack the power. Just
Yes.
see what happens.
This map, it's a direct path from base to power. The retreat path is not complicated at all. So it's it's a fantastic idea. This is one of the maps.
Yeah, and at the very least, like maybe you'll bump into something and go away, but you might get a free generator if it happens.
Yeah, especially for orcs. I mean,
Yes.
orcs usually just march straight to your power first strat, especially against Eldar. But he went for the capping, and you can see he's got huge map control right now. And forces off the Banshees, and gets a lucky melee kill with a shootout.
Nice little.
Oh, I know, like how lame. Oh, he's gonna stomp me in retreat here too. Oh lord.
Go kaboom!
But luckily he didn't chop the axe down, and yeah. But I mean, here I think I had some pretty stellar play with my Shuriken here, but I know that his Warboss got stuck in range mode. I hate when this happens, so I feel for him. But you got a micro out of it, right? So it's not happening. Get some suppressed. Now you have to land some nasty destructors and everything, and
beautiful.
pop some models. So. But yeah, I mean, this is classic. Like orcs can't do anything, so what do? I'm just gonna use this and make him respond to it, right? That's classic Eldar play against orcs. See, his Warboss is stuck. Finally gets the angry bits going, but I mean, in all honesty, the Banshees are gonna force that Warboss off, no problem.
Your Warlock here is still going wacky Binhoy, chopping away at people over there. Okay, you're finally back.
I love that, wacky Binhoy. Nice.
Wacky Binhoy. I don't know. My dad said that. He was a Vietnam era guy, so I have no idea what the reference is. But thankfully, a little bit of tit for tat there. You've got the Warboss down as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can see like Warboss, his wind up and wind down are so long with his axe. If you press retreat at the wrong time, yeah, he says Warboss was stuck, but that's not what happened. When you retreat at the wrong time, you sit there for like a second and a half before you start running. Those Banshees will swamp you, man. Like it's just part of knowing the race, and that's like the difference in the race micro right there too. And so he's got me split. The Shuriken's not gonna get a double suppress. So that's nice by Lindo, and he's starting to use the slug and knob and everything. And I don't want to get model losses, so I run stupid there because I could have suppressed and thrown a grenade. That was
yeah.
the whole
I was wondering if you were going for the grenade spike. Right
yeah,
now.
I definitely wanted to.
Pop him, but yeah, you started taking some losses there, so you back away. This is great, by the way. I don't even have to do anything. I can pretty much just sit here and let you narrate because you have all these little gems of like orc insight. Like I know you're playing as the Warlock here, but all of your comments are directed at the orc, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, well, I mean, here you can see there's another tool that the Eldar have. I mean, I'm a Warlock guy. I actually was pretty good with Warlock at one point, but I get the Immolator. Everybody says it sucks, right? But there we go. He's gonna use suppress. I'm gonna burn you guys, and then I've got a destructor waiting for the next guys. And this Shuriken, I've got one Shuriken doing a wonderful job of controlling almost the entire battlefield. Like it's just, I'm forcing him to build Storm Boys. I wanted him to, but he didn't. So I just said, okay, fine, I'll just keep using that.
Nice.
And but Lindo likes to spend his power on superior shooting, and surprisingly, those shooting knobs did really well for him this game. He got a lot of firepower out of them. But normally for me, when I use them, they just die.
So what is your mid game plan here? It looks like you obviously haven't got a second Shuriken cannon team or anything like that.
The thing is, on this map, it's really hard to hold your second power. Like for me, I usually rely on 3 generators and 2 upgraded nodes, and it's really hard to hold that second upgraded node on this map. So that was what was sort of slowing me down. I wanted to stick with 3 squads. I wanted low upkeep. Because I ultimately want to pop out some Wraith Lords. Sorry to give a spoiler there, but
no.
And that's so it's really hard to hold. So I'm just really focusing on the bottom. I don't care too much about the VPs. That'll come later, So I've got the Banshees. Banshees, I don't even need to upgrade them because they'll win anything one-on-one. And whether they're upgraded or not, he's gonna, if he sends his Sluggas up top, he's gonna have to pop some of his red and use it up, and that's perfect because I want him to use that on his Sluggas and not on his Warboss because I don't want him to have that saved up for when I have Wraith Lords, right? So it's all just everything's for a reason really here, and I'm just sort of, Lindonin is playing exactly where, like, he's doing everything that I want him to do. It's almost laughable.
Now, is he doing everything that you want him to do, or is he doing everything that he should do? Like, is this actually the proper response to this, and you just know it so well?
I don't think he should have spent the power on his shoot-a-knob. He might have suspected I was going for Rangers, or he just wanted the extra firepower. I'm not sure. Maybe that's just his flair for work, but that's a bad expenditure of power. That's 25 power. He could have teched a lot sooner. You can see our tech is bang on in timing. But if he wouldn't have spent that extra 25 power, he would have saved himself a lot of grief there. He would have got ahead of me, got the truck out sooner, stuff like that.
Cool.
So I mean, that would have helped him, but that might have been just him wanting to have shoot a superiority or whatever. So.
I do love his little. I love how the Warboss just kind of like took the piss out of the Howling Banshees there by preemptively charging.